I do not have the stub, but I watched the film Selma with my father on January 26th and February 5th at the Regal Cinemas near where I live. Individual freedom is a birthright bestowed upon all. As the world evolved, economic, social, racial, political, and religious differences divided us. Our brothers and sisters on the less fortunate side were deprived of basic rights, most importantly, their individual freedom. Great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Bal Gangadhar Tilak from India understood that political freedom without individual freedom is useless. They worked relentlessly to eradicate social stigmas caused by race, caste, and religion. Inspired by Gandhi, Dr. King worked tirelessly for the civil rights movement here in the United States. One powerful quote from the film for Selma still remains in my mind. We negotiate, we demonstrate, we resist. That was in 1965. 50 years later, I believe we need to add Dr. King's quote. In addition to negotiate, demonstrate, and resist, we must educate and empower. Both sides of the division caused by economic, social, racial, and political differences must be educated. When I say to educate, all people should learn and understand human values. Living with a distorted perception of any group is not beneficial to the society and will not let us collectively grow. Instilling values and ideals at a young age fosters upstanding citizens and a brighter generation to follow us. People inherently strive for recognition, respect, and sense of pride. If we access these attributes in order to observe and promote equal rights for everyone, significant change can be achieved. Empowering individuals, communities, and institutions with tools and knowledge to accomplish change can eradicate the lack of individual freedom. Through community programs and lectures from credible leaders, we can empower people as well as educate them. To me, self-determination is a combination of attitudes and abilities to set goals for themselves and accomplish them. It also means that we have control over our lives. It does not have any racial, religious, or political barriers. Who would have imagined an African American president when 50 years ago the very same people were struggling and trying just to vote? Having the strength to stand still and not quit even when no one is around makes ordinary people extraordinary. Developing self-determination is a process that begins at childhood and continues to the end. Self-awareness, assertiveness, pride, and problem-solving skills are all required for self-determination. Around the world, so many young children do not have the opportunity to realize their potential. I remember a slogan my third grade teacher had in her classroom. You don't know what you can do until you try. I am blessed to have the luxuries and opportunities that I have, but all children deserve them as well. They can overcome all kinds of barriers as well as develop confidence, knowing that they're in control of their lives and can accomplish extraordinary feats. As a second-generation American with an Indian background, I have been exposed to Hinduism. Spiritual meanings surrounding the oneness of mankind from the Bhagavad Gita, as well as the teachings of universal acceptance from Swami Vivekananda, have impacted my life. I continuously educate myself by reading such philosophies focusing on self-determination. This knowledge has made me very open-minded, especially in understanding and respecting different viewpoints regardless of where they come from. The whole is bigger than the sum of parts. I'll do anything in my capacity to promote human rights so that everyone can perform at their full potential. If we all work like this, the whole can achieve much more than the sum of parts. The film Selma is 127 minutes. The Selma to Montgomery March and protest took 3 months from 1965 to March 1965. But what you, me, and everyone can learn from Selma is timeless. Individual rights and self-determination are basic necessities for all humans. Martin Luther King said, we negotiate, we demonstrate, we resist. To that I add, we educate, we empower.